What's up, guys? Jake Rattle and Roll coming back at you with another video, and today we are doing a mock draft reaction video. We haven't done one of these on the channel, and I was gonna try one out with a Daniel Jeremiah mock draft reaction video. If you guys like this, might do one again. So it's Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft 2.0. Don't forget to click that subscribe button to subscribe. Hope you enjoy this video. First pick, Trevor Lawrence. We know the deal. He is the #1 overall pick. The best player in the draft. No doubt about that pick. And now Zach Wilson to the New York Jets. I also agree with, because I have that in my 2021 NFL mock draft. Some people might say Justin Fields, but I ultimately think Zach Wilson is a little bit better. Third pick, Ja'Marr Chase, out of LSU to the Dolphins. He said that he wanted to give the Dolphins an offensive lineman, but they really need a playmaker for Tua to throw to, so I don't disagree with Ja'Marr Chase either. As we're keeping the trend going with what I have, as the Atlanta Falcons go Justin Fields, quarterback for the out of Ohio State. I also don't disagree with this. Some people might say the Falcons go defense. I have them going QB. You ultimately are not going to be picking in the top 5 that often. Good QB class. Justin Fields is on the board. I don't think you pass up. Fifth pick, the Bengals go Penei Sewell. I don't disagree with this either, because I personally have Rashawn Slater going to the Bengals with this pick. But Penei Sewell's not a bad pick. He says Kyle Pitts is an attractive option, but you gotta protect Joe Burrow. I don't disagree with that at all. The Eagles now going to Kyle Pitts. Now this is an interesting one for me, because if Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle is still on the board, I think you have to go wide receiver. Just because the Eagles have way more bigger needs in tight end. I get that they're about to probably trade Zach Ertz, and they still have Dallas Goedert, so I don't really think this is gonna happen, because Dallas Goedert's still in there, like I said. Kyle Pitts is more than a tight end though, so I get where they're going with this. Eagles do love their 2 tight end sets. And now 7th pick, Micah Parsons for the Lions. I disagree with this one, just because I don't think Lions have more needs than Micah Parsons, because, well, not more needs. I just don't think you take a linebacker at number 7 overall when they're good, like Jalen Waddle's still on the board. I wouldn't be mad with Trey Lance either. I think you have to go offense with that pick. It's just, I don't really like that pick there. The Panthers going Trey Lance now. I don't disagree with this. Sitting behind Teddy Bridgewater for season, taking over as QB1. I really like what he has to say there. Trey Lance to the Panthers would be a really, really solid fit. Now the Broncos at number 9 going Caleb Farley. They just recently released AJ Bouye, as he said, and Farley is a really, really solid player. I have them taking Farley with that pick as well. The Cowboys going Patrick Surtain. He says, I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys to go offense or defensive lineman with this pick, but Surtain would be a welcome in addition to the Dallas secondary. I don't disagree with what you have to say. I have Patrick Surtain also going to the Dallas Cowboys. Giants going Gregory Rousseau. I'm going to be honest, I don't disagree with this either. Gregory Rousseau is a bit of a project player, still learning the position, but I would not be surprised at all if the Giants go there with this pick. But I think that if one of those receivers is still on the board, like I said with the Eagles, I don't think the Giants pass up, because they're Jalen Waddle and Devontae Smith are both very, very good separators, and that's what the Giants need more than, I think, and really anything to give Daniel Jones another weapon. But I don't hate it. Niners going Rashawn Slater. I think Trent Williams potentially leaving free agency, but they do re-sign him, Slater could easily sign in to go play guard. Slater could definitely play guard, as he's played a lot of different positions on that O-line for Northwestern. He could play guard, center, tackle, whatever you want. Now this is an interesting one. The LA Chargers going Jalen Waddle, wide receiver from Alabama. Excuse me. I don't think this is going to be pick here, though, just because the Chargers have bigger needs on defense. Their O-line isn't all that great. You got to protect Justin Herbert. If the Chargers can address some of their offensive line needs in free agency, it would be free to take a dynamic player to plug in to their offense. They're already loaded with playmakers, but they don't have a wide receiver of pure speed like Waddle. I just don't like that pick there. The Vikings go Devontae Smith. Now this is an interesting one. I think at this point it's just best player available. I think if Christian Darrisaw is available, the Vikings don't pass up. But Devontae Smith is very, very good. Same deal with the Chargers. I think they're going to go Christian Darrisaw if the board turns out like this. Vikings go Devontae Smith. It'll just make their offense dynamic. It's like the Cowboys last year when they took CeeDee Lamb. It would just make the Vikings team insane. The Patriots go J.C. Horn. I don't like it. I kind of don't. They have an elite secondary with J.C. Jackson, Patrick Chung, Devin McCourty. I get that they're getting up there in age, but I just don't really like that pick there for the Patriots. J.C. Horn. I mean, it does say that they could trade Stephon Gilmore, but I don't like it all that much. The Cardinals, I just feel like Elijah Vera-Tucker, they should probably go defense with that pick. I get that the top 3 corners are off the board, but in that spot, you have to go probably edge. But Vera-Tucker has played tackle and guard, but I envision him sliding inside for the Cardinals. I just kind of disagree with that pick. The Raiders go Kwity Paye. I agree with this pick, actually. Kwity Paye, really, really solid player. The Raiders need help on the edge. Like I said in my previous mock draft, I don't hate that pick at all. Dolphins go Najee Harris. I just don't really like running backs going this early at 18 because running back is a very replaceable position. But I don't hate it either, as the Dolphins need a running back for Tua to check down to, hand the ball off. Football team ends up with Christian Darrisaw. If he falls as far to the Washington football team, I don't think they have to pass up. That'd be a really, really solid player for them to take. Bears go Kadarius Toney. I don't hate this one either. I just think it's probably going to be Rashad Bateman. I like Rashad Bateman a little bit more than Kadarius Toney. Rashad Bateman, or Kadarius Toney for that matter. Kadarius Toney's a really solid route runner. Very, very fast, just sometimes can't catch. But he can get coached up, and Bears do need to have a neater wide receiver because there's Darnell Mooney, who's very, very solid, and Anthony Miller's an okay slot option. Allen Robinson leaving in free agency, they'll need another wide receiver. The Indianapolis Colts go Greg Newsome. I think that's a little high for Greg Newsome. I think he could be a second-round pick, first-round pick 21 with a guy with... I just don't like Greg Newsome to the Colts there in the first round. Titans go Jalen Phillips out of Miami. I don't hate that one either. The Titans desperately need pass rush help, and Phillips is a very, very solid player. I've seen some guys have him edge one, so I don't hate that pick. And now this is something interesting. The Jets go Ronnie Perkins. I'm gonna say I hate that one. Because Ronnie Perkins to me is more of a third-round player. I'm just going to say that. I don't think Ronnie Perkins goes first round. I mean, it's the Jets, so they can do whatever, but I just don't think Ronnie Perkins goes first round. Steelers go Jalen Mayfield. I like that pick a lot. The Steelers, need help on the O-line. Alejandro Villanueva potentially leaving a free agency. Right tackle isn't that good anyway, so Jalen Mayfield is a really solid player there. The Jags go Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. I think you go Sam Cosmi with that pick. Gotta protect Trevor Lawrence, but Owusu-Koramoah is not a bad player at all. My Browns now. Joe Tryon out of Washington. I dislike it. I think the Browns need to take a linebacker because of how weak they are at linebacker. I just don't think edge is that big of a need because they still have Myles Garrett. And I think the Browns could sign J.J. Watt. They could be a team to do that. Try and opt out of the 2020 season. But I don't like that one all that much. Ravens go Trayvon Merrick out of TCU. Safety is sort of like running back, where I don't think you take it first round. And honestly, I don't think the Ravens need safety all that bad. As Deshaun Elliott's not all that bad. Chuck Clark has played okay. And I think the Ravens need to go receiver with this pick. Rashad Bateman's still on the board. I think they go Rashad Bateman if he's still on the board. I just don't really like Trayvon Merrick to the Ravens there. And now this is a controversial one. Saints go Mac Jones. I remember doing this pick at the beginning of this year. I don't think he falls this much. I think if he's going to go to the Patriots at 15. But if the Saints have Mac Jones still on the board, I don't think they pass them. Do they re-sign Jameis Winston or to replace Drew Brees? I don't really know. This would for sure be a very controversial pick for most people. And the Packers go Tevin Jenkins. This one's going to get some hate for sure because the Packers, I don't think offensive line is their biggest need. They need receiver, linebacker, defensive line, corner. Like, the Packers need a lot more things than you think. And I just don't think tackle is their biggest need. Bills go Azeez Ojulari. He says that he views J.J. Watt as the best fit for the Bills. He thinks J.J. Watt's going to go to the Bills. But I don't hate that one either. Azeez Ojulari is still a really, really good player. And the Bills need kind of help on the edge. As I did a Bills rebuild recently on the channel. And Jerry Hughes getting up there in age. There was someone else leaving a free agency. But A.J. Epenesa's okay. Azeez Ojulari is a really, really solid player. The Chiefs go Landon Dickerson off at center from Alabama. I don't really hate this one. The Chiefs do need interior of the O-line, but I just think there are better offensive linemen available, I guess. And if the board turns out like this, by the way, the Browns, I would love Zaven Collins in that spot. That's who I would have rather had them taking. I just don't see Landon Dickerson. I just don't like it for some reason. And then at 32, the Bucks go Nick Bolton. I'm going to be honest, I dislike it. Because they have Devin White. Lavonte David could leave in free agency. Now I see where this is going. Actually, I don't hate it all that much, but it's okay. But this is my 2021 mock draft reaction to Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft 2.0. I don't hate it. I'm going to probably give it a B- because there are some questionable picks in there. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.